What is up, Copy Squad? It's your boy, Kyle Milligan, coming to you live from Delray Beach, Florida, and today I want to talk about the Break Your System hack. Lately, I've been talking a ton about systems, processes, my process, how I get organized, and essentially how I've got all my notebooks right beside me right now, like I talked about them in another video, and how I use these today to overcome a broken system. My broken system. I think part of the process that I've been trying to explain to you is the system is inherently broken in itself. Now, before I begin, I want to go ahead and just take a moment to visit some of the questions or comments from the last video. And Abden says, thank you for answering. This really helps clear things up. Also simplify. The 3 things don't seem like a daunting habit anymore. Okay, so what he was talking about was the read a piece of copy, write a piece of copy, come up with an idea every single day. And I answered that in the last video that I did. But that's also going to come into a big play today. Like, it's going to be very important in what I'm about to talk about in 2 seconds. Guru says, seeing you grow from 10 to 1,000 is great consistency. Thanks so much. I appreciate you watching the videos. And sticking around from 10 subscribers to 1,000. Like, I've just been doing the same thing every day, like you said, consistency. And that's another thing that's very important about what we're going to talk about today. Looks like he said, I quit drop shipping to focus fully on copywriting. I'd appreciate if you'd have my copy for review. Okay, cool. So I can actually do that for you. It's a service I offer right here, a Copy Squad Inner Circle. That's for my members of the Inner Circle. Bring your copy every other Tuesday. We go over that stuff, so join up. Would love to have you, and you'll get your copy reviewed. Not a problem at all. It's not fair to review your copy for free if I've got paying members. It's like, what are they paying for if I just do it for everybody, okay? So Sauna Healing UK says, hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. All right, cool. So I kind of like to stall a little bit while I wait for the chat room to fill up. Thank the people who have commented or watched before, and now we're going to dive into this whole break your system hack. And what I said earlier is like the reading a piece of copy, writing a piece of copy, and coming up with an idea a day is going to be very important. And the systems and all these notebooks that I just showed you are very important. And here's what I mean today. So I'll give you like another quick look at what my system looks like. In my previous video, I said I want to be up by 6:20. That's only in the weekdays. So in the weekends, I allow myself to get up at 7:20. Wow, sleeping in, right? And then I want to hit the gym. I'm going to show you this in just a second here. And then I hit the gym, and then I write, and then I read, and then I go live, and then I track. I think this is all the things that I want to do every day, and I want to try to hit at least, I want to say, 4 out of 6 of these things. So let me show you what they are really quick. So we're going to switch to, would it be this one? Okay, can you still hear me? Check. Yes, okay, cool. So this is a little list, right? This is what I like to do. 7:20, get up, and then I like to go to the gym, and then I like to write, and then I like to read, and then I need to go live, and then I need to make sure I track my macronutrients for the entire day. The track's at the bottom because I got to check that off last. Now, what I found today is I got through this, and then I shut down. After I got through the right portion, like, I didn't have any energy. I was like dead tired. Something was wrong. And it led me to understand, like, there's something broken in my system because this system is no longer sustainable for some reason. I don't know what happened, but I couldn't do anything. I basically came home. I came home early, crashed on my couch for like 20 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I gotta hit the reset button or take a break or something like that. And I was on my way to Jimmy John's to go grab myself a sandwich, which would have totally ruined this, tracking the macronutrients, because I'd have gone over on my calories for sure. So what I did instead is on my way out the door, I was walking down the hall, and I stopped and I said, okay, I'm just gonna pop into the kitchen first and just make something. So first, before I gave in and gave up, I went ahead and made myself a big giant thing of like chicken, eggs, and black beans and stuff like that. I was like, okay, well, maybe I just need more nutrients, more calories or something like that. So I did that. I had my little rest, and then I also had myself some Diet Coke, okay? So what's important about this, I had a little Diet Coke for caffeine. What's important about this is I found an error in the system. The system was broken somewhere because it wasn't sustainable any longer. For whatever reason, it broke down. And then I had to try to kind of fix. Instead of just wiping the board clean and saying, I'm going to get Jimmy John's and this system doesn't work, I said, okay, well, what can I do to improve this or mitigate the damage that I'm facing right now? So instead I said, okay, let's try something. Let's try to go ahead and get a big bunch of calories because I must not have eaten enough after my workout this morning or something that's killing me now. So I did that. I gave that a try. I relaxed for a little bit, and then I got back into action. And actually, the Coke helped a lot. Coca-Cola. Anyway, So I wanted to show you the what I got today now. So this is my, someone asked me about this, the Perfect Promo Formula book I got this from Agora Financial Copy Camp. They asked if they could buy it. But you don't actually have to, man. You can make this out of any book. It's only 3 sections. Your idea, your takeaway from what you read, and your takeaway from what you wrote. So it just keeps you honest about what you read and wrote. And when I broke down today and I hadn't written anything for today, and I was so like, this visual representation gives you something to look at and say, you failed, right? And for me, that was bad. So I recovered after getting like a bunch of food in me, and then I went back to work and I did it. I knocked everything out that I needed to knock out today. I filled this bad boy up, okay? So I can feel proud of myself. Now, how did I do that? There's a couple things. Like, this is important. So I'm showing you the imperfect system is a good system because it's a system that can be optimized. If the system, like if you wait for the perfect system, you'll never have anything that you can fix. So in the troubleshooting, and this is going to go in my journal, right? So I have a journal where I just track how my system is working and what are the inefficiencies and efficiencies of it. So in my journal today, I'm going to remark about how I probably need to either get more sleep or I need to try to eat more directly after my workout because I could feel extreme fatigue right after lunchtime. Like I couldn't keep it up. So that's going to go in my journal today. Then the second thing that happened, I didn't really have any breakthrough ideas while I was reading or writing today. So I had to find some sort of, actually I did have a couple little ideas while I was reading, but not so much while I was writing. So I was like, okay, well I need to find some source of inspiration. So I have a hack for that. So I'm going to put that in my journal. I didn't have any breakthrough ideas from writing myself and the things that I was working on. Here's what I did instead. I took a promo. I found a promo, and then I wrote, well, this is just the information about it. It says the AWN bull market lead. It doesn't mean anything to you. But then I just wrote the head. This is the eyebrow, the headline, and there's a box quote here, and then the body copy starts here. I just started writing it, right? And I realized from writing this, I had a bunch of breakthroughs, and I was like, oh, and I counted that as my writing a piece of copy for the day because it was during writing this with my hands. Like, this is the exercise of getting into handwriting copy. What I realized from that is an important lesson about the value of the unexpected in copy, because I found myself kind of tuning out while I was writing this, okay? That's not a good sign. So one of the things I noticed, like, why am I tuning out? I can tell that I know I'm already not that focused, but for whatever reason, this isn't holding my attention. And I think the reason, when I looked at it critically, I realized, like, these are all things that I've heard before. I've heard, like, this whole thing was about, like, the bull market is going to end, right? In the last crash, rich people got richer and poor people got poorer. And I was thinking to myself, okay, what's the unexpected element of that? There's nothing really counterintuitive. I don't feel like I'm going to learn something new yet. So that was my idea from writing today. My idea was, hey man, remember that whatever you put down, all right, especially right out of the gate when you're trying to break their pattern and get them intrigued to read, you need to hit them with something unexpected, all right? Like, so if you would say something like everybody, and this is a peeve of mine, when someone says everybody knows the rich got richer in the last crash, the last financial crash. So whenever you say something like everybody knows, just cut that line out. Everybody knows, and then don't say it. It's not necessary, okay? What you can say instead is just lead off with what they don't know. You can start your line, just delete the everybody knows the rich got richer in the last crash. So delete that line and say, dear reader, nobody knows that blank is going to happen. And then, like, what does that mean? Like, and then you can kind of go back and say, everybody knew rich got richer, but this is going to change the game. That's so much more intriguing. Like, everybody knew the rich got richer. Don't tell me that. Don't build a whole lead out of that, because it doesn't really captivate my attention. Okay, and this is all possible because I have a system. I think it's a pretty kind of crummy, like very bland, generic system, but it is a system. It's a system that I can replicate every day, and I'm proving that to myself because I've been doing it for over a week now. And at this point in the game, I felt it break down for the first time, but I overcame that and was able to persist. And I'm going to hit all my check marks for today. And that's important, that the system be sustainable. And that's what I'm trying to prove. That's what I'm trying to not prove, but share. And what I want to say is the break your system hack. The hack is to create some sort of system, some sort of routine. Just get a checklist. It can be like 2 to 3 things. And as long as you can hit those every day, for me, it used to be just get 2 hours of deep work every day. That's all I had to do. And that was good. I did everything I was supposed to do. For those who are wondering, deep work is any work that requires your focused attention, no distractions, and leverages your unique expertise. I mean, you can't just, it means you can't just teach a college kid to do this. You have to have some sort of specialization. So that's deep work. in a nutshell. Anyway, so for me, it used to just be that. If I do that, I'm good. But as my responsibilities got bigger and the things I wanted to handle got larger, I had to get a little more sophisticated and a little more elaborate with my system and see how far I could stretch it. And again, the purpose is to kind of break the system, see the system break down, and then don't give up. Instead, once the system is broken, try to figure out, okay, what's the leverage point here? How can I hack this? How can I technically achieve what I need to achieve today? For me, I almost threw everything away today. And it might not seem like a big thing for someone to quote, quote, break their diet or something one day. But for me, it was like, man, I'm supposed to be able to do this every day steady. If I'm physically breaking down, then something's wrong with the system. Now I can adjust, though. I can tweak and I can make it better. I can make it more sustainable because I can either up my calorie count every day or eat more right after my workout or have a bigger lunch, something to keep the system alive, thriving, and doing even better. And then in doing that, I was able to also find the problems inside of writing copy that I was struggling with and get my journal filled out for the perfect promo formula book here, right? And again, Anybody can make this. Here, I'm gonna show you one more time. This is all it is, right? Come up with an idea, your takeaway from reading, and your takeaway from writing. Okay, so that's it. It's really that simple. Okay, and then if you're wondering, this is how I got my writing done because I needed a breakthrough. I needed some sort of idea to ping off, so I just started handwriting someone else's copy till the idea came to me. I recorded it all in this journal, and then I'm going to document how the progress of my system is going in here so that I can see I'm starting to get sluggish after 7 days, or this doesn't seem sustainable, or I need to create some sort of break, more food, more calories, more sleep. I need to adjust and then measure how much better I'm getting. Again, this is all in the name of being peak performer, okay? And you don't have to do it as intensely as I'm doing it, but at a small scale, I think it'll help every single person in the world, no matter what you're doing, right? Even if you end your day at like 2 p.m. or your responsibilities or your checklist is all done by 11 a.m. or something, at least from then you can build on it. But you need something. You gotta have something that you put yourself accountable for. And I think that's really important. Okay, so if you got any questions about this, if there's anything if this is helpful, please let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to hear from you, maybe shed more light or information if I can. Maybe I'd actually be really interested if you already have a system that's better than mine, because like I said, I don't really think mine is brilliant. I think mine is kind of like just here's a bunch of things that I could maybe do every single day, and let's see. So if you've got a system worked out and this has already been like something that's going well for you and you've had success with, share below. Please do share. Let's get a dialogue going on how I can make mine better. That's a lot of recording and writing. DW says, what up, DW? Welcome to the stream. That's all I've got for today. As far as copy stuff, specifically, if you want to figure out if you want me to review your copy, check out the Copy Squad Inner Circle. Very blatant pitch. I didn't really have anything clever or lead in for that today. I'm about to sign off, but I'm going to stall for 3 more seconds, see if anybody has any more questions for me. Okay. Toom says, I am still working through your book. Take their money. It is great. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. If anyone's interested in that, it's at kylethewriter.com/book. kylethewriter.com/book. I feel like I had a text graphic. Nope, it's another product. I don't have one of those. I need a kylethewriter.com/book graphic. Well, thanks very much for checking out the book. If you want to have your copy reviewed after you finish the book, check out the Copy Squad Inner Circle. Boop. And that's all I've got for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really hope this was helpful. Let me know if you've got systems or any processes or tips for my system in the comments below. Peace out, Copy Squad.